speaking of suspect, because you made a few comments about, Diddy being suspect. Is he? Is he suspect? Is he in the man? Or
To me, this getting naked around another.
What's up? It's Outer Space Man. Mark Curry goes crazy and he goes off Diddy. He said that Diddy is suspect. Diddy is into man. That was always a rumor that been going around that Diddy be sleeping with a lot of rappers, man. So this shit been going on for so long, and a lot of people were saying that Diddy is not gay. This ninja is a queer. No way you would be in the room masturbating and be directing the freak off. These ninjas are on some freaky timing. But it is what it is, man. Need to watch a full video. Let's get it.
The man is suspect. Because how do you sit there and look? You butt naked, him and Aaron Hall sitting there, what they comparing meats? It's like, come on, that's suspect right there, right alone. Because you be like, I'm not going to sit here and make love, because even though we can label it having just sex, I was never the kind of person that just got off into having sex. I was into making love. You know what I'm saying? The art of that. And I never made love to a woman around another man sitting there watching masturbating. You know what I'm saying? So maybe the whole everything was just wrong. This the whole even getting naked around another man and still be having the ability to stand erect. Something is wrong. My joint is shrivel up just like that. You be like, what's wrong? What's he doing? What's he looking at? You said he looking at you. Oh, come on, man. That's very suspect. I could never get off by seeing another man sleep with my lady. Cause that's not my lady then. But once you get that money and then you lose that respect, first you got to think about this. Is he sleeping with the help? He's sleeping with the help. Now you did this to your artist, bro. This is somebody who came to you to ask you for an opportunity to help them grow to become something, and you sleeping with your artist. Number one downfall right there. You're sleeping with the help. And then what makes you want to sleep with the help? Control. I just want to have total control over this individual. I want them I want them to know that I'm the one that's over them. I'm in control of their soul. I can make them. I can get them money. I can take them and show them around the world and still whoop their ass. That's crazy. That's insane. That's insanity, brother.
do you recall any situations where you seen Diddy get into it with a female?
Now, let's say cases like, let's say a case where it might be a female that likes you. She naturally just like you, but he likes her, but she likes you. He's upset about that. He don't like that. The fact that she like you and don't like him, because he done worked hard to get the money, the jewelry, the cars, the house, the pool, the everything else that he think he needs in order to.
Man, Diddy is just a certified sucker. He like to put his hands on females. No way you're gonna have your girlfriend and you're gonna get some back page to bang your chick while you sit and masturbate and be directing that shit like it's a movie. Man, I don't believe that Diddy loved any of these girls. He was turning all of these girls in slut and hoes because he like booty. He don't like female, and he like to put his hands on females. He broke Kim Porter's nose. So Diddy been doing this stuff for so long, and what he did to Cassie in that video, man, this ninja should have got at least 10 years just for that shit. That shit was out of pocket, man. That was wild. That was cruel, man. And we had to do something about the situation. Clive Davis was protecting Diddy for so long. He is Diddy's sugar daddy. And now he passed away. A lot of things are changing for Diddy at the moment. Diddy sell this house. Cassie flee the country. I don't know what is going on, man, because we heard a lot of rumors that Diddy might be free this year, and no one really want Diddy to get out of jail, man. This ninja is dangerous. He's a menace to society. He needed to stay there, man, because no way you're gonna broke Kim Porter's nose and you're gonna get a plastic surgeon to fix that shit. So he been abusing Cassie for a long time, and when he abused Cassie, he showered her with gifts. But this time, he could not get out of this situation, man. That tape, Everyone saw that tape. That tape was just crazy. He was cruel, man. That was just wild. And he got daughters. So you can see that Diddy got no remorse. He's just power trippy. He believed that he's untouchable and he can just do anything and get away with it. So we had to hold the sucker accountable, man. This ninja needed to be behind bars. He was wilding, out of control. But it is what it is, man. You need to watch a full video. A lot of detail is in this shit. Let's get it.
Make yourself feel like that person, that man. And then you don't have to have none of that. And this female still likes you even more than she likes him. He hates that. So that to me, I call that a man who has a problem with real men.
That's crazy, man. So he'll feel a type of way if a female wanted one of his friends and not him.
Yeah, he got to be the one, the shiny suit. That's why he put on the shiny suit. It's only one shiny suit. Can't be two shiny suits in the video, man. It's only one shiny suit. It can't be two kings under one castle. He know those words. Milk knows those words, man. Milk knows those words.
Have you and Diddy ever got into it over a female?
Yeah. I had this, one time. I want y'all to know this. These stories are strictly for when I was young and I didn't know no better. But now that I'm a grown man, my whole life has changed, man. I'm a different kind of individual. But yeah, one time, a couple of times, or even the dancers, like the dancers used to come do the tryouts. They be showing up to the tryout room and all of this. I'm like, yeah, I'm going there. So I'd be like, ooh, look at her. That's the one right there. So I go get the baddest ones. Cause plus all of the females naturally like me. I don't know what it was, but I knew they naturally like me. And I felt it cause I like me like that too. Right. So he'd be like, yo, the girls, if it was one girl, can I tell a long story? You want me the short story?
No, go for it. Go for it.
All right, I'm going to give you the long story. So I seen this girl in the club that was a background dancer. She's in the Club Cheetah one night. And I went to the club and I seen her with Mario Winan hat on. So I said, where's Mario? She said, oh, he's not here. He stayed at home. I said, who you in here with? She was like, oh, I'm by myself. I said, where you going? She said, I got to get on the flight in the morning and go back to Canada. I said, okay, well, where you going to stay tonight? She said, well, I don't have no place. I said, want to come back to my place? She said, yeah. So we went back to my place and then we had a lot of fun. I'm talking about a lot of fun, whole bunch of fun. So then, we go on, she going on tour. We going on tour to Jamaica. She come to the tryout, boom. So she like, boom. She like, at the end of the tryout, she like, I said, where you staying at this time? She say, well, I'm here from Canada. I ain't got no place right now. I said, want to come back to my room? She said, yeah. So we had some more fun. So, we get to the tour and Puff come up to me. He say, hey, Mark, I want to ask you a question. He said, did you, sleep with her? I was like, yeah. Cause I ain't want to lie, act like, no, I didn't. I was like, yeah. He said, how did you do it? I said, I did it like a grown man. I did it like you're supposed to. Right. And then right after that, the girl was off the tour. Never seen her again. Kicked her right on off the tour. Second time, I'm in the Bahamas, run across a girl. He like, Mark, where you get this girl from? I said, I got her from the club. He said, she kind of bad. He said, if you give your girl to me, I'll give you one of my girls. I said, Puff, I can't give you no girl. I said, but if I walk away and she like you, then that's what it is. But I'll walk away and go to the store and leave her in the studio. I'll come back and she boot up with you and y'all together. I'm going to be like, hey, okay. I ain't going to have nothing to do with it. So I come back, the girl mad. She said, why you leave me here with this creep? I said, where's Puff Daddy? Who else? I couldn't even leave you with someone better. I thought you would be happy. She was like, no, I'm not happy. I don't like this dude. I said, damn, then he's looking at me. He was like, yo, get out of my face. Cause you know what I do to girls like this? I was like, I don't know, but he was already ready to hit her. He was like, I spit on her. So then she was like, well, I told him I ain't like him, but I got a twin sister. But I told him she won't like him either. That's when he really got mad. I had to get that girl up out of there quick because I realized he was going to try to hit my girl or be violent towards my girl because my girl didn't like him. See, money can't make females like you. He the kind of think that they're going to like him because he got some money. All of the pretty females I know in the world, man, they don't like you for no money, man. They like you for your heart, especially if she's a female of substance. You know, that's just my opinion. You could have money, and then one day you can't. So when you go broke, that means you're gonna lose your girl too. Nah, I don't lose females to failure. We go to, different.
I want to get your opinion. You was around Puffy, you was on Bad Boy. Looking at this lawsuit, Cassie, she claims that her and Diddy had freak-off sessions where they would get a male prostitute in.
You talking about the freak-off session where they used to do in the studio and all of that over different entertainers' houses and stuff? Where they be having them parties where they won't invite you to? And they be like, we having a party tonight, but this ain't your kind of party. You be like, yeah, I ain't going. I don't want to go. Freak-off parties, when you go in there to be, let me tell you something. We used to go in the club. We go into the nightclub, right? And we go and get to the VIP. All of these girls come around the VIP and they just be standing there. And let me tell you something, man. I'm going to get back with you. We got to rewind this back. We used to go when we go to the club, we used to have these bottles, right? And on this bottle, they be regular Moet bottles. On them bottles right there, they've been to have something to make the girls be real slippery and all of this kind of stuff. So when you get up, they be like, don't touch them bottles right there and only drink them bottles right there. So we already knew what the drill was. You just don't mess with them bottles, right? Then all of the girls is in the club after a while. They all opening up their mouth like little birds. He's running around just popping pills in their mouth. Pop, pill. And then that was the party. But all of the females that was in it, that's what they wanted. That was what party. It was part of the hip hop culture. We ain't see nothing wrong with it until Bill Cosby got in trouble. He did one too many. Man, look. Let me tell you something. I don't mean to cut you. This funny. We used to be on the road. You'd be like, let me go to my Puff room, see what they doing. And you knock on Puff door, he'd be sitting there damn near butt naked. You ever just had a grown ass man answer his hotel door butt naked and they'd be like, come on in? You'd be like, I'll come back. You ever close your eyes, you be like, I guess you're not presentable. And then walk away, because see, what happens is, if they be like, come on in, and then you come on in, they be like, this man just came into my room, I'm sitting there butt-ass naked, I told him to come on in, and he came on in. You be like, so what's going on for the day? Acting like you don't notice he there naked. You be like, bro, put some clothes on. What are you doing? I don't want to see you naked. Grown man stuff. Yo, that's kind of disrespectful. So when you get, that's called the test off. How you make sure you breaking in. Yo, call the artist up here to the room, tell him I want to have a meeting by my tub. He be in there by the tub and stuff, soaking and stuff. Butt ass naked. You be like, how the hell am I supposed to have a meeting with a nigga butt naked in the tub? Nah, man, come back, man. Let me know when you presentable. That, and then freak off parties, man, listen. I'm not an angel. I never did nothing morally incorrect, but I definitely not. The girls definitely have my share of pretty women and being famous. It just came with the life. But also what came with it was a lesson. Also what came with it was, you know what, you can't keep doing the same thing over and over and over again and still expect to find somebody to truly love you. That right there, those kind of parties kept me from finding somebody who really cared about me. And it took me to leave those kind of parties, those kind of people, all that energy alone, just to even better understand me. That's what I did. That's why I've been. That's why I totally vanished from everything and say, I'm going to be a better man, a stronger man. And that's what I recommended that he do. I'd be like, bro, it's time for you to be a stronger, a bigger person. But he still wanted to remain minute. And that's what's happening to him today. See him.
Yeah, that's wild, man. Him opening up the door naked, man. That's weird behavior.
Yeah. Anytime a man's naked around you and they feel comfortable with being naked around you, You know what I'm saying? You'd be like, something ain't right, man. What do you know what I mean? You know, I knocked on the door. You knew it was another dude at the door. Like when I knocked, you know what I'm saying? Then you can just go open the door. Come on in. Walking with his butt out. You know, nah, I just closed the door. I see you later, bro. I guess y'all not ready for the day. So that's weird behavior.
Yeah, that is weird, man. But I want to ask you about a rumor. Is it true that Diddy, he got Wendy Williams fired?
Did Diddy get Wendy Williams fired? Yeah, he sure did. And then what happened? It was I did the Wendy Williams show. Yeah, when I if I remember this story right, Wendy Williams she was saying a whole bunch of stuff about Puff that y'all talking about right now. In fact, Wendy Williams was the first one to expose Puff. And the things that she was saying about Puff, the allegations, he was denying them. But Wendy was in the way saying she knew him. So the more she kept talking about it, the more and more he used his power to get her fired. And then she wasn't supposed to say his name out her mouth again unless she was doing an interview or something like that she could speak on him. So when I went to do the interview, she was really happy to have me on the show because she had a chance to talk about him again. Yeah, that's what happened. Because she was telling about all of these freaky parties and all of that, all of the male-male relationships, and talking about the people in those high powers and what they're doing to these little boys like that, giving them record labels. And they giving these little boys, every boy they was getting, bad boy, gave him a record label. Bad boy. Bad boy, get out of here. So Wendy been telling them kind of stories. They was like, damn, she putting out too much information. See, this was before this been, these kind of things could have been going on forever. From the start, from the beginning of the money, as soon as the check was signed over, what did you have to do? I had to get touched in the booty. That's not good. But some people is like that. They got that in every walk of life, not just in the music industry. They got police officers is even doing it in the police station now.
Right. But I want to ask you, right? How did Diddy act around females?
Insecure. Like he act like he was the prize in the loaf of Wonder Bread. He's like, he's very insecure. He's very don't want to see her talking to no, but don't talk to no. It's almost like, how they got a saying called, if she winks, she'll. If he catch you winking, he catch that girl winking, he's offended. Because if you wink, you. But how can somebody be? See, certain girls he must have been selfish about, and some females he wasn't as selfish about them as others. Because if he really liked to see people have sex with his girl, then why would he be upset about somebody trying to talk to his girl? So I guess there was a difference between the women that he thought was his, that you can't touch, versus the women that he felt was just the ones you freak off with. Like, did he freak off with Kim Porter? I probably doubt that he would. Did he freak off with Sarah? I highly doubt he would do that. Those would be a different kind of caliber relationship. Did he freak off with Cassie? Yeah, he did that. Why? Because he didn't have as much respect maybe for her that he had for the other females. So even around people, period, like he'd get upset, throw tantrums, this powerful. It's like, don't look at nobody. Don't talk to nobody. You just sit here. That's it. Like, he have a girl sitting in the, man, look, I used to go to his lounge. He used to have a lounge with a pool table and stuff in it. And kitchen and all this. And daddy house. So I go to the lounge. I'm in there shooting pool. And he have a girl that he done had come meet him up there. And she be sitting in the lounge on the chair waiting on him to come. He ain't come. He ain't get to the studio about 3 hours later. I'm in there shooting pool. I be like, you want a drink? She be like, yeah. By the time he come in, the girl like me now. I left her here for 3 hours with some drink and me? Oh, man, it's a problem. He be like, He'd be very uncomfortable with that. And I would have been too, because I'm like, you leaving her here and you not paying her no attention. The only thing she wants is somebody to pay her a little bit of attention. She here because she want you to pay her attention, but you not paying her no attention. So the first person that come and pay her attention, she gonna laugh and giggle and drink. He gonna come in, he ain't gonna like it. That's what kind of person he is, not gonna like it. You know, I remember one time I brought a girl to the lounge to meet me, and it happened to be a girl that he liked when he was in high school, and he was mad that I cracked her. He was like, "Will you meet us?" I met her at the club, bro. I met her at the club. Then it was a time when they be like, "Yo, send Mark Curry back to Atlanta." I was doing too much. I was like, man, I'm going to the club tonight. I'm going to crack all the pretty girls, and I was doing it. I had this crib over there, to all of the perks and all of this. Man, you crazy. That created a big problem. You could tell when certain girls I would talk to and I would get on, he'd be like, he ain't like that. Not the ones that he been liking since high school. You leave him alone. I ain't know it.
Yeah, he wasn't feeling that, huh?
Man, Diddy always want to be the center of attention. He always want to be seen. He want to dance in all of the videos. He want to get all of the girls. And Diddy is pissed when these guys are getting all of the broads. But everyone understand that Diddy ain't talented and he's not attractive. These girls don't like Diddy. They like his money and what he can do and the power that he got. So everything what is going on with Diddy and what he did to these girls is because Diddy is insecure. Diddy don't want to come out of the closet. He don't want the world to know that he's gay and proud. If Diddy should come out and say that he's gay, he would have been freed today. So everything that is going on with Diddy, all of the gay rumors, they be saying that Diddy be clapping Meek Mill cheeks, DJ Khaled, Rick Ross, allegedly sleeping on that 50-foot bed. They be going wild on that shit. So I don't know, why would you need a bed that big? So I don't know about that ninja really on, man. But TD Jakes was at all of the freak off. He was praying for the sheets and the bed. He was blessing all of the freak off, man, because all of these celebrities are involved. Diddy just have to be the fall guy. He had to take the fall for all of the bullshit. So if everyone should come out and talk about these freak off, everyone can get implicated, and Diddy would have got charged for RICO. They can't prove this shit. That's why they have to acquit that shit, man. That's why Diddy get away with some of the most serious charges. Diddy just got a slap on the wrist. He got 50 months for doing all of those bullshit all of these years, and he got away scratch free. And Diddy is gonna be out soon, and he's gonna keep a big welcome home party. That's why Diddy sell his house, because the feds already know all of the details of that place. He had to get a new place so that he can keep his freak off now. So Diddy know what he was doing, man. This ninja smart, but he wasn't smart enough because he made some dumb decision. That is the downfall of Diddy. His power that he had, he think that he just can do anything. But it is what it is, man. It's outer space.
Ew, this is disgusting. This male escort says, of all the things Howard allegedly witnessed during his time with Diddy and Cassie, one thing stood out to him as the strangest. Quote, the weirdest thing was they used to physically collect my spooge in a cup. Hey, Mrs. Barbie, they collected my, he uses the S-E to the E, S-E-M to the E to the N word. They collected my spooge for like a year. At one point, the escort asked Diddy about the creepy collection, and the disgraced mogul gave an explanation. He told me, I like to see her play with it and drink it. What's wrong with that? Diddy told the escort. I was like, to each his own. But after that, they never asked me about it again. They never collected it. Oh my God. In episode 4 of the new Diddy documentary, producer Lil Rod claimed that Diddy's son, Justin Combs, was present at a freak-off. They'll be doing these freak-offs, he says, and it'd be Puff and Justin in the room with multiple women. Closed doors and lots of music and lots of